is Arunava Chaudhuri, and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Today, I want to talk about the I-League and its clubs because they held an urgent press conference earlier today on Saturday, November the 16th, to address critical concerns in Indian football. The I-League clubs have come together under the banner of the I-League Clubs Association. All 12 clubs are part of that, and all of the 12 clubs, if I saw it properly and saw it right, attended that press conference, and I myself took part in that press conference, as did other journalists, content creators, people who are on social media, to try and understand what are these concerns, what are the issues, and those things that were addressed. Amongst them, the most important thing is in regard to the broadcasting and production of the upcoming I-League, which is supposed to start on the 22nd of November. And there is at the moment no clarity about that. There are conflicting reports about it because originally Sony was supposed to be the official broadcaster of the I-League for the upcoming season. And now it looks like that Shrati Sports would be broadcasting the I-League via a new streaming platform / app, which is being launched or has been launched, where the I-League is one of the key products that they have, besides the IWL, Santosh Trophy, the Women's Championship, as well as the Calcutta Football League. Now, very interestingly, the question being asked by the clubs is, how did that happen? Because there are also questions by the clubs in regard to the whole tendering process. Then, of course, there is this whole issue of communication between the clubs and the federation, because it seems like that the AIFF did not communicate in a proper and fair way with the clubs in the last few weeks. It looks like even that the clubs tried to reach out. That was one of my questions. What is the level of communication at the moment? And there seems to be a problem of some sort between the clubs and the federation, because the federation has not really tried to answer the questions posed by the clubs on these matters. And the clubs have been independently, but also jointly as a group, have been trying to communicate with the AIFF. It's also not clear how the I-League is being handled within the AIFF strategy, AIFF network, I should rather say, because the old I-League department headed by Sunanda Dhawar no longer exists. So therefore, all of this communication, what is happening, how is it happening, there's a lot of discussion on that. And very clearly, the clubs say that they tried multiple times to reach out, especially over the last 7 days, to get clarity from the AIFF on the broadcast. As I say, the broadcasting is the most urgent issue for them, because on the 22nd, supposedly, the league is set to kick off. But at the moment, the status quo is such: if things do not change, the clubs will boycott the kickoff on the 22nd of November. And then, of course, there is this whole thing about the future of Indian club football, because at the end of the day, what we've seen now with the launch of the Super League in Kerala, with the Bengal Premier League supposedly in some sort of form way, or whatever it's going to be called, coming in, Shachi involved in that as well with the IFA. Is that the new model that the AIFF wants to promote, is to have local state level super leagues, which are franchise based leagues, by pushing aside the traditional clubs who have been around for some of them more than 100 years, in regard to not giving them their space, be it in the I-League, I-League 2, I-League 3, or more importantly in local leagues, because we've seen that now in Kerala, that the Super League Kerala sort of is pushing aside the Kerala Premier League. And that was another big topic that was discussed in this media interaction. The demands are very simple at the end of the day. They want the broadcasting rights to be reinstated with Sony Network. And the question is also the whole tendering, what's going to happen. And of course, transparency. How is the AIFF coming to those conclusions, to those decisions? There were critical interjections in regard to the AIFF president, Kalyan Chaubey, and how he and the key office bearers of the federation are running the whole body. And it seems to be very, very complex and complicated, because, again, as said, we are just days away from the launch of the I-League, and there is no clarity at all what will happen on the 22nd of November. This is my understanding. This is the summary that I get from this press interaction from the I-League Clubs Association. For me, it's the first time in quite a while that the clubs have really come together and tried to jointly highlight, showcase their position, because I think it's very, very important that the I-League clubs stand together and fight for their rights, because that was done over a decade back when the discussion started in regard to the Indian Super League. It happened before that when the NFL was turned into the I-League, and of course also even earlier in the early 2000s when the NFL clubs tried to sort of take over the running of the AIFF but failed to remove at the time Priyaranjan Das Munshi in an election. It's not the first time. It most probably will not be the last time. The question is what kind of a structure can be created in football, because I also heard a lot of question on these things. Yeah, where I think there are certain presumptions from these journalist colleagues have been wrong or are wrong. And let's wait and see what happens, because again, as I say for the last time in this video, 22nd November, the I-League is supposed to kick off, but at the moment, there's no clarity. What's going to happen with the broadcast? Who's going to broadcast? How is it going to be broadcast? It might be clear for the AIFF. It is not clear for the clubs, and they want a clear-cut answer. As always, leave your comments behind. Let me know what you guys think. Write them down in the comments below. As always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. We're at arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.